Hello, and welcome to another commentary for Star Trek Discovery Season 2. This time, it's Episode 11, Perpetual Infinity.
Nice.
That was meant to be the video, but I actually just put up a picture.
Hey, Blue.
I'll be alright someday. Hello, Blue. How are you? Alright, I have my copy queued up.
Mine is ready to go too.
And I hope
Should I do a test play? Because it's been...
Yeah, sure.
Alright, hold on. Here we go. Yep. It worked. Okay, hold on. Let me do it again. Okay, it's ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Previously on Star Trek Discovery. So we're going to the ninth circle of hell. I thought there were only 7 circles of hell. Maybe there are 9.
You're on episode 11, right?
Yeah. Perpetual Infinity. I was careless. Grunts. Poof. Every moment you work for Secretary when you're in it. But I do believe in their mission. Ugh. Oof.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, here we go.
Shutting down life support.
Yep, we're exactly synced. You said that exactly. There she is.
Back to life. Back to reality.
Nice. Mom?
Mummy? Is that you? Yes, darling. I wasn't killed after all.
Oh my gosh, we actually get a planet? Doctori Alpha.
And yes, this is the 2340s, and it looks like past TNG times.
Oh my goodness. So, she was younger. This is the retconning.
It wouldn't even be the 2340s. It would be sooner. Wouldn't it be the 2330s?
I think it's the same actress the whole time who plays young Burnham, but she was younger in season 1, so it's weird that she would be older in season 2, but in the past of season 1. But they do have a nice little life. My parents are spies. My parents work for a shady organization. Uh-oh.
Mom, I see a lot of lens flare out there. No, I'm joking.
It's cool that they had what's Sonequa Martin Green's husband's name?
I don't know.
Papa Burnham came back in the animated short track.
Oh yeah. Sneak was like, I love it when you play my daddy.
Oh my gosh.
They do some de-aging on her mother there. Did you notice?
Oh, I didn't notice.
They make her look about 15, 20 years younger.
Younger. You thought right. But there's also a Burnham in a suit. Guys. It's both.
What? I wasn't on ayahuasca?
She is right now. This is Star Trek Discovery. The whole show is an ayahuasca trip. That was a cool little. That's a little cool, crazy moment there.
I guess. Yeah, so does the audience. Oh, she definitely was not 10 in that clip. Holy
That was
shit.
like
That
a
was like
teenager, right?
yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
16-year-old, 14, 15 or
Yeah.
something.
I don't know why they didn't just cast a younger
I know, I think they
actor.
would just wanted to keep
The same actor.
for consistency, I suppose.
Hmm.
It's just that I think it's the girl was taller, and when you see her on Vulcan in the flashbacks with
The
if memory
Vulcan hair.
serves, you can't really tell all that much that she's older. But I just wanted to keep it consistent because it would have been like a second Kid Burnham they were casting.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
But
Look at his eye.
yeah, this is where they get all Borgish and they're like, but no, it's really not though. It's like, what? You're ripping yourself off. That's
What are
what
those called? The
that's what it feels like.
the Borg things, nanoprobes or something like that?
Nanoprobes.
Yeah.
Evil, evil Pike.
So, control, this entity or whatever, escaped from the central command place they blew up and somehow ended up on Leland's ship.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't even. I just became so disinterested in this proto Borg storyline that wasn't that. It's pointless. You know,
The
come on.
struggle is pointless.
They were.
I really think they were going
It's
to
as
link
if
it to the Borg, but they changed their mind.
that could have been it. That could have been it. Because maybe they realized, oh yeah, the lore and the history of the Borg has changed. You know, it's never been 100% consistent. So I mean, you
Well,
could
yeah,
do
and they
new.
could have. Oh, screaming. There they are. That's our background. Little Borg nanoprobes. Oh, jeez.
The digitization of his screaming is a cheesy, cheap effect that doesn't make. Why would his vocal cords be all like, what digital now? Like fucking, like the kind of distortion you would get in modern day. That's the thing about sci-fi. Any distortion is always the distortion of the time. Like you had 60 sci-fi, and if like the picture was all wobbly, it was like the kind of distortion you'd get on old TVs,
Like static and stuff, yeah.
static, and like you'd always hear like radio waves and stuff, and they would refer to things on tape, which was a relatively cool thing back then. Video on tape. You know how they used to record old TV shows and old live broadcasts. They put a film camera in front of a TV and recorded off the TV.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I
That was
didn't
the only way
realize
to
that.
do it up to a certain point. And then when videotape came into play, that's they start recording it on magnetic tape. But before that, like the Academy Awards and stuff, to archive the live broadcast, they would literally have to have a camera with film in it, record a TV, like frame it up real good, and you know, isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
Now it's boring. Maja
Could
Vril. Oh, I can't pronounce. Sorry. I don't know
could
that.
could Control be an offshoot of the Enterprise Borg, PJ? I can't. I just saw Enterprise recently, but I can't remember. But I feel like they contained that or something. I forget.
Listen, they've messed up the Star Trek continuity so much. It's like, for one thing, does the Enterprise discovering the Borg create another timeline? Is Enterprise truly in the prime timeline? If that is the case, if you want to just like forget any kind of logic, you could say no, it's all the same. It's a paradox thing. But it's again with the time travel stuff. They obey both rules, or many different rules that contradict each other when you really think about it. Like when you go back in time, are you creating a new timeline, or are you in the same timeline and then changing all this or undoing an entire existence? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like the grandfather paradox and all that stuff. Come on, give me a break. It's interesting to think about from a philosophical point of view, but in terms of like applying it to hard science or like realistic science fiction, it usually never works. Never works.
I thought that was in the show for a second. I was like, wait, I don't remember that voice. So she keeps
No
getting
matter how
pulled.
many times I go back in time, I just don't have the time. Anywhere. Everything. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
But then she later discovers there was, right? Like the Terralesian people or something like that. In her logs, like you get the impression that
If I
those
remember
people.
correctly, it turns out that Control didn't wipe out all sentient life, just evolved.
Like just technologically evolved
Evolved.
life.
So
Yeah.
therefore, it left an abundance of life left in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Even if it wiped out half of it, there's still. So like, what the whole point of their genocide was for what? Because the civilizations that they didn't destroy will eventually just
Turn
become
into
technically advanced, and
events, yeah.
I
Unless
guess they're
Control enslaves them
hmm.
or something like that.
Either way, the assessment that all sentient life will be wiped out is never 100%
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Or all sentient life will end. See the way he's walking now?
Yeah.
He's very like grand. He's a little bit grandiose.
Yeah. He's
And
a
like
little more confident.
he's doing that shoulder thing when he's walking.
It seems to already have some kind of consciousness.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. Yeah, it's like, hasn't it already begun?
Yeah.
Like it's showing that it's self-aware, that it has an agenda and a goal and needs and wants. It's like, what the fuck?
I guess you could say it's trying to lessen the severity of it to keep them calm or whatever. I don't know.
Yes, this control thing wants consciousness, but I'm here right now speaking to you as a conscious being that has overtaken the human body. But it wants consciousness, though. But we've achieved it, sir. Don't talk back to me. Why is Leland talking to himself?
Uh,
There we go. There we go.
that's the thread I'm going to use from if I ever have children. I'd be like, would you like to see all sentient life in the galaxy destroyed if you don't do your homework? It's a shame that the Section 31 show is all hype and nothing's going to happen. Because I do like Michelle Yeoh.
No pre-existing technology, so Control can't find her there.
Oh, see, yeah,
Oh, they're
she's like,
thriving. They're thriving now.
I will, and I'll be a Jadva. I mean, not Jadvaj, a Kwalat Milat. I wish they had visited Terra Elysium. I wanted to see this thriving civilization.
Oh, God. I don't care about any of this. Like the spheres and the data and okay, and all sentient life. But Terra Elysium's cool. It just takes me right out of it from a narrative perspective. I still like the characters.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I still like this season better than season one. Although I appreciate season one more after we did the rewatch.
I'm just so used to watching like excellent, excellent television. Like really the best of the best. Like I seek it out. And Discovery is, and any Star Trek show now is nowhere near the best of the best. Even though it's entertaining. To a certain point. Oh, this is where Pike goes down. She's like, "Fucking mother, god damn it! Why does my mom not want to see me? I should be all fucked up and depressed over that too, right?" I say, "She's my mother. I want to see her."
I I kind of forgot this whole episode.
Yeah, it's a little, you know, eh.
Like I don't remember what happens. There's a fight scene, right? Like with or is that the next episode? No, that's
Um,
this one, right? They send her back in this one.
yeah, that's when Leland attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they figure out that he's possessed by the digital devil.
There's only what 13 episodes this season, so the last two episodes are just the finale, right?
Um, well, there's episode 12, which is the penultimate to the two-parter. So yes,
Oh,
there's
gotcha.
like
Okay,
there's 12, and then there's 13, 14, which are
nice.
Such Sweet Sorrow 1 and 2. I think we should do Such Sweet Sorrow 1 and 2 back to back.
I agree.
Be like a movie.
An event.
A worldwide event.
So she knows what happens to Pike. That's interesting.
Yeah, like really, you know what I mean? I
No, it
guess. I
makes
guess she's doing her research in the future or something,
yeah.
but I don't know.
She knows Burnham ends up with Pike, so for a little while. So she might have looked into him. She found all that data on the destroyed Starfleet archives.
Oh, that was a big revelation at the time. And she
Yeah,
goes, "I don't know about any sig." And it's like, wait, so could Burnham really be the Red Angel after all?
she was. It was both. This is an interesting thing about time being a living thing. She's gone a little bonkers.
She should have said, "Listen, man, time is the fire in which we burn, and right now my time is running out. We leave so many things unfinished in our lives.
I
Please,
really,
Captain."
I really wish she had said it. But that's a cool line. You're a ghost to me, Captain Pike, one of hundreds of trillions that will fill a galactic
And then
graveyard.
Pike immediately should have stuck his fingers in his ear, in his ears, and went la 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 ooh ah diddy diddy dum diddy do. It's like, shut up, I don't want to know. And then he finds
She
out
just
later
shut him
anyway, and he's
down.
like, God damn it. I really didn't want to know how it was going to end up. Oh, shut up, Saru. All sentient life, have they not told you that 80 times already?
This is like so lame. I hate this whole.
She just said the name of a Tom Clancy thing.
Clear and present danger. You can't delete it
Her
anyways. It's
mother's a bit
gonna.
of a mad scientist.
Yeah. Makes sense though. She's time traveled like a little too much, you know what I mean?
She's like, Burnham, you've got to come to the future. It's about your kids.
And then they become assholes.
Oh, why they become assholes, Doc?
Oh yeah, see, it wouldn't let it delete itself.
It gets. I gotta be honest. I gotta be brutally honest here. I'm gonna disappoint some people. The more they talk about the sphere and the data and control and AI and evolving the AI and sentient life and all that stuff, like I really it makes me want to tune out because I'm so like disappointed by the way this whole story, the way the whole thing what it turns into toward the end, and especially the next episode that has some cool little things with the nano fuckers. They jump out and they like attack Burnham, and that's kind of cool. But by the time you get to such sweet sorrow, and she goes
Was,
back and does all the signal stuff, it's like so visually fucking stunning. You know what I mean? And it's so like inspiring to look at, but I just don't care about any of it
see,
at
she's
the end.
talking about how she was the one that mind melded, let Spock mind meld with
Okay, yeah,
her.
yeah, cool.
But I liked all that stuff. I just think they didn't do anything with. I didn't like the control part of it, but the sphere data I thought was interesting, and you know, I liked it. I just think they didn't do anything with it in season 3. Really, like I was surprised that like they went to the future and they had all this like vast knowledge and the sphere data and all that stuff, and
They
like
do give it to Admiral Vance,
I guess so. And I
and
guess
it goes in
Zora.
their archives.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't talk about Zora in the context of the Star Trek Discovery, the show's continuity at least, because I think that short Trek stuff is something that they're.
Yeah, but it's the same voice. They use the same voice as the short Trek's voice in season 3. When you remember when Saru's like talking to the computer and for a second it turns into that the other voice. It's her. It's the same actor who played Zora. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
called
yeah.
Zora
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
it's not called Zora yet. But yeah,
But yeah, I don't. It's good that they did incorporate some of that into season 3. But I
yeah,
don't actually think we're gonna get to a point where it connects with Calypso. There's gonna be a huge gap there of like we just don't know.
yeah.
The show's gonna end a different way. Although they could do that as a stinger to the end of the series, which would be kind of cheap, I guess, to end a series and conclude it, and then do this tag on where you gotta connect to a short trek later, from before. I mean,
I feel like there's all kinds of ways they could connect it.
connects the dots, kills the short treks, kills them all. They are irrelevant.
Hmm.
You know, this kind of plotting would actually drive a Vulcan to the nut house. Because he'd be like Sarek in TNG. Illogical! 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 Because I think sometimes in sci-fi, and it's not only Discovery, but it gets so... it's so over-explained when it doesn't make sense. But it's like, if we say enough words... people will be like, well, I guess I don't understand it, but I guess they're smarter than me, so I guess it does make sense. But like, no, dude, many people have seen this and have said the same thing about this. Like, it's cool and everything that she meets her mother and the Red Angel stuff, but like, you got this advanced suit that can do anything, timey-wimey bullshit, and Control wants to wipe everybody out, but not everybody. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's only a problem if you've seen a lot of other Star Trek shows because
Or just seeing quality shows in general.
I don't know about that. I think
That have good
yeah,
plotting. Like even the best shows, like there's one called Mayor of Easttown, which I've mentioned before.
yeah.
It pulls a couple of cheap tricks. One in particular in a recent episode, it's like, oh, that's slimy. As like the creators, I'm like, wow, you were doing so well and you just fucked up just for that second. It's still good, but like they do something very cheap, and
I think Discovery's
they trick
saving.
you into thinking something that isn't, and it's like, oh, that was totally unnecessary for you to fucking shock me, just then to immediately just say, oh no, we tricked you. I don't like that kind of stuff.
I think Discovery's saving grace right now. Star Trek in general, most of the time, is that you end up falling in love with the characters, so you want to see more, and you're kind of like, oh, maybe the show will, like, get better. And again, I'm saying this as a
I
person
can change him.
who really enjoys it. Like, I'm not saying that.
He's an asshole,
Yeah,
and I've been with him so many, but
no,
he's
it's
gonna
not like
change.
that
He's gonna
dramatic.
change. He's gonna change.
It's not that dramatic. Like,
I like some of his personality. But he
no,
could be
different
more. He
analogy.
has a lot of potential, you know.
It's more
He's going to
like
get his business degree. I'm sorry.
it's
go
just
ahead.
not that. It's just not as bad as. I think you're being a little hyperbolic for me.
Of
Like,
course, of course.
because I mean, like the thing is that for you, yeah, it's up and down or whatever, but you still are watching it. We're doing this watch along. I mean, like, why
It's
would you
hot and
torture
it's
yourself?
cold. It's yes
Why-
and it's no.
Why would you torture yourself if you didn't at least like it? You know,
No,
it doesn't have to be
actually,
that you love it, but
You know, but here's the thing. Though the negative observations come up with episodes that bore the shit out of me, and my mind wanders when I'm watching the show, and I'm like, I'm not into this. So I'm like thinking about all the bad stuff, and then a good episode comes on, and I'm like praising the shit, like, oh, that's a good touch, and that's a nice thing, and that's a. So, I think with like some of the negative talk, I may be missing some of the more positive things, but you know what I mean.
I don't
This
think you're
episode
being
is boring as hell.
Yeah, it's a little boring. I don't think you're being negative, but I don't think it's as the whole show doesn't rest on one episode, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you
Yeah.
just kind of confirm that.
I hate it all. Can't object to the.
I would like Star Trek Discovery to be more like The Expanse, where I mean, like, it is disappointing to hear things like, "Oh, we didn't know the ending when we started filming," you know.
Yeah, and
You
the
know,
fact that the way they constructed this season, and Alex Kurtzman confirmed as much, is that they had the end point, and they had to
oh, they work
work
backwards, right?
backwards.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, I don't know. That may work
it's
for
interesting, but
for
yeah,
some people if they do that. I because some people can create stories with broad concepts and then they fill in the blanks, or they have basic story points, they fill in the blanks, or some people just write a story not really knowing where it's going to go, and it evolves in their mind, and sometimes that's the best thing. Uh, but with this, it's like they knew at the end that they had to get them out of this timeline. And they probably, I don't know the exact details, but the whole event of them they had to figure out how do we get to an end point where we get them to the future. And then they work backwards, and I don't know if that works.
I think that I think that the show would benefit greatly
Your
if it.
microphone is like,
Oh, is it too loud?
no, it's doing the, okay, hold on, now it's gone. It was, no?
Oh,
Blue, can you hear kind of stuttering static, like a
yeah, Blue. Let us know if
okay, it's
you hear
gone
something
now.
weird.
That only happens every now and again. It could be my mic for all I know. I have no idea. But then again, no. I don't know. No, I hear it again.
Huh.
It could be just that where you're playing it on your computer. It's not noticeable. It really isn't. It's just
I wonder.
I know I'm not trying to keep fuck around with your mic or anything. It's good. It's good. I'm sure I'm like the only one. Let me just mute my thing for a second. Oh yeah. I can hear it.
Blue says there is.
Is it me? Wouldn't be me though.
You can still hear it.
Yeah.
Let me mute. I'm gonna mute my mic now.
Yeah, it did go away. Come back, Starfleet Boy. Come back. Come back, Jack. Come back. Come back. That's Kate Winslet in Titanic. Or as the
All right. What about?
or as the Scots call it, Titanic.
What about now? Is
I
it
can't hear
gone?
it. No, yeah, it's gone. No, okay, now it's back.
Oh, jeez, man.
It's only a little like low pitched thing.
So annoying.
Yeah, I know you are. What am I? No.
I'm gonna have to investigate this.
You're gonna be like, I gotta fix this gosh darn mic.
I hate it. I hate when stuff doesn't work. Pay good money for this shit. What happened? What did I miss on the show? Oh, what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is that I think that like Star Trek, in general, does better with more episodes because you need. I feel like you really need those. Like, you need a slower pace in general.
Oh my god,
And
really slower?
like not in the sense of like I just mean like you need episodes where there's more just other missions. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
you're
Like
more episodic. You mean?
yeah, more episodic, but like yeah, I get, that's exactly what I'm saying, I guess.
Well, season one has like magic to make the sanest man go mad, and like some of the Terran stuff was a bit episodic, I guess. But like the first,
I guess this
I
yeah.
don't know. Like there was a couple that were, but New Eden that was kind of
Yeah, I guess so.
they got
But
like,
and I guess the time crystal episode's going to be a little bit like that too.
and you know what? It's like the mystery box that they do every season. What was the first season like? The Klingon War was their big dilemma, and then they had the who's the Red Angel in this one, and then Control comes in as like the main villain. Sure, okay, not Borg, And then in season 3, it's like, what caused the burn? What caused the burn? And it's like you get to a point where you realize, oh, it's probably the grief of a child. And then they confirm that in the last episode, and it's like, okay, sure. Such a thing could, like, what a weird set of circumstances to cause such destruction. Like the fabric of the universe is somehow that fragile. But you know, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like their mysteries. And in the 4th season, they have the big mystery is the gravitational anomaly. And it's like, ooh, gravitational anomaly, yay! That's gonna be interesting. Like, just imagine if season 4, that teaser came out, and then they show like the main antagonists were the Klingons, but they look like a mix between all the different Klingons we've ever seen, and that was in the trailer. Just imagine how people would lose their goddamn minds. They don't think of that stuff though. They think, hey guys, what are we gonna do for season 4? Jesus, I don't know. Season 4 of what? Star Trek Discovery, dude. We're doing another season of that. Oh, we weren't canceling it after season 3? No, dude, we need to do a season 4. Can you think of an idea? 5 hours later, he comes back. Gravitational anomaly.
I think that's a little I think it's a red herring. I think it's only going to be a little part of season 4. I'm predicting that. That was cool. That's how she realized Leland is taken over by Control.
Oh
Georgia.
yeah, I've checked out of this. Sorry, I'm just like I'm staring at a can on my table, and like where you get that like spaced out, blurry, like cockeyed vision, where I'm like almost asleep or in some kind of like catatonic state.
That's pretty funny.
I think this is the cool part, if I remember. It gets a little bit exciting here, I guess, with the action. Oh, the first real test of your relationship. I live long enough to make you prosper, baby.
Oh my goodness. There's that music that
I like that. I like that. Well, this kind of welling up music, but man, Stamets is super smart. He can figure out some stuff, man.
Yeah, good.
Like he's if I was on a ship with him, and I'm like, they had a problem on the bridge, that like this is a lot. This makes no sense. We can't figure this out. Scientists can't figure it out. The best minds. I'm like, hey, ask that guy Stamets, and he'll come up and he'll look at the screen. He's like, okay, here's how it is, and here's the solution. We have to build a this and a that and the other thing, and like they build a Red Angel suit in the next episode or the last 2 episodes, I think. They actually build a Red Angel suit, which is more plausible at this time, like 20-something years later. Or
so by the way, the red suit also has a cloaking device.
I forgot about that.
Right? Like, because she was there. She was watching her.
The first time you made love to your boyfriend, Tyler, I was standing there in that room.
In the red suit, invisible.
All the new porn channels are into that shit. Voyeur. I am a voyeur, Michael. I confess to you. Mother, you've spied on me this whole time.
It's weird
when you had them too many bean burritos, and you had to run to that washroom, and you were trying to run as fast as those bean burritos were running through your digestive system. I was there to cheer you on, baby. That airlock could not handle what you gave it that day.
Oh my goodness. They don't even touch on it.
She's so
If
good, man. Like,
she is really good, but can I just say another disappointment is they don't touch on any of this in do they in season 3, right? Like when she meets her, it's all about the Vulcans and the Romulans and the Kawat Milat, but they don't talk about the sphere data. They don't talk about like control. They don't talk about like do they?
no,
I don't
they.
remember. Do they
I
say
think
something?
they try to put control to bed in season 3 and focus on other things, and her mother being in the show is just so I mean, it's like it's so unbelievable, and it's cool to see her back and reunite with her mother, and it actually works in the context of the episode. It's just, oh, your mother's here. It's like, really? Her mother's here. Like, what a coincidence. Like at like so many years. Oh,
Oh,
this is crazy. Yeah,
so nuts.
this
What
is
the
this is
fuck?
where it starts getting into the climax of the episode, and everything
Yeah.
just goes crazy. See that everybody was thinking that's fucking Borg stuff. It's
Yeah.
just reimagined Borg stuff.
It's a little bit T1000. I mean yeah, T1000.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh my goodness. Tyler's like, I like that stuff. Harder. I used to be Klingon, you know.
Yeah, he's like they crushed my bones to make me look like
Yeah, this is nothing compared to that surgery where they didn't use anesthetic on me. Leland. I like
boom.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Pike's like, I don't hate him for a change.
Oop. Boom boom. Yikes. Oh jeez.
Ah, that poor red shirt.
Yeah.
Red shirt, not red shirt.
Red not shirt, yeah.
That's a good one. Red not shirt. I'm gonna use that from now on. Somebody in Trek dies who doesn't have a red shirt, we call him a red not shirt. But no, not red shirt is probably is more logical, I guess. Because to say,
Oh. She was gonna go back in time and stop him. That's interesting. Oh jeez. Finally a phaser beam that's like oh,
oh, if she could turn back time, if she could
if
find a
I could
way.
turn back time.
I took Dirk on a Dirk, did a Dirk you.
Oh, here we go. That was a good slow mo action shot of Jojo. Damn.
I think I want a captain who's, where some say engage and some say punch it, and what does Pike say?
Hit it.
Hit it. What does Mariner's mother say? Captain Freeman.
Warp me. I think she came up with warp me.
Warp me.
Yeah. I don't know if they settled on something, but I think that was one of the ones that they threw around like was warp me.
I want
like warp me.
I want a captain to be like, oh Jesus, he's intense. I want a captain to say, it's turbo time.
See, it's very T1000, right?
What?
I will. In season 3.
In season 3, through some extraordinary circumstances.
Well, we know she returns to the future to Terra Elysium, and so when she returns, everything must be normal. And then she says the Vulcans found her, or the Navarans found her, and that's when she became a co-op billet.
Yeah.
But it is still pretty extraordinary.
It's extraordinary that even that they meet
Yeah.
again, and that where Burnham's mother happens to land will connect to her daughter's storyline. But whatever. It's not really nitpick. It's not like
That's a little.
it's not
That's a little
devastating
more.
to my soul.
That's a little more than a nitpick, but yeah.
Uh, it's funny she got sucked out. Like she got sucked away like that, right? Did she end up in space on the other side? Like
I
how
think
would
she
she?
at some point gets sucked back into the suit. Like the suit
Oh,
rejoins with. You know what I mean?
oh God,
Those
really?
torpedoes look pretty good.
Yeah, it looks okay. Wow, he got a line.
I did a tweet about Jen Reese today, and it got a lot of attention. StarTrek.com, the official Star Trek Twitter, retweeted it, and Patrick Kwok Chun, I think that I'm saying his name right, I hope,
Yeah.
commented on it too.
What did you say?
I did like an appreciation tweet for his character,
Okay, yeah.
and it got like a lot of attention today, which is cool.
I don't. Oh, episode be over. I think this is one of the worst ones of the season. I really
I
do. I think this is like just
I remember it being
dragging
better.
fucking.
Yeah, I remember it being better when I first. I guess it's one of those episodes. I guess when you realize what's happening, you don't have to see it again. Like
And the idea of is this the Borg or not was still a thing, and
a thing. Yeah,
that was kind of exciting when you figured out what it really was and how it all ends. It's like all this stuff again. I think the first half of season 2 might have been a bit better, except for
I think the
Project
next
Daedalus was pretty
episode.
good.
Yeah, it was pretty. And I think the next one's pretty good. The time crystal one. If that's the next one, right? Yeah. What's it
I
called?
also do not like that one. Hope maybe I'll have a different opinion of it this time around. I really, really dislike elements of that episode, and we'll get into it for sure.
We'll get into it. Wow, that's really good. Damn, I want to figure out. Do you still hear that static? That's what I want to
No,
figure out. Really,
not
it's
now.
kind of okay.
It happens just randomly sometimes.
Mm.
To save all sentient life. Sometimes I say sentient, and sometimes I say sentient.
It's the same. It's just two different ways of pronouncing it. That's nice. Now they're playing like good siblings.
Nothing wrong with ending on a chess game in Star Trek. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
It's always a decent move.
Did they just flip that scene on accident?
I don't know.
I think so. I think she was sitting on the other side and then they flipped it. I don't know. That was weird.
Maybe it was just the opposite angle.
This was our least interesting commentary because I think we were both not interested in the episode as much as we thought we would be.
Well, it did kind of suck.
It wasn't as good as I remembered. I have to admit. I remember being more hype about it when it came out.
All right, folks. This is when can we do a next one? I don't know.
Are you available now? Like in a few minutes?
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's get it out of the way. We need an up from this down.
And then we can do the two-parters one.
Yeah.
Two-parter as one.
Blue, if you're available, stick around. Come back in like 15 minutes maybe, PJ? What do you think?
Yeah, sure. I
All
can
right.
I can do that. All right.
All
Until
right.
next time, folks. Live
Uh,
long and stick around.
we're going into the gangster's paradise next. By the way, that's the title. As I walk through the valley of the
You're the
shadow
shadow of
of
death.
death.
'Cause I've been laughing and blasting so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is going. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it.
Damn, you know the
To be
words. I
treated like a
love
punk, that's unheard of. You better watch what you're talking
it.
and where you're walking. 'Cause you and your homies might be lined in chalk. I can sing
That
all.
was worth.
I know
That was
every
worth it
lyric.
for you. That's amazing. That's very good.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking of collaborating with Sean about a rap thing.
You should do it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but yeah.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Actually, no, I won't do the outro. I'll just end it and set the next one up.